Hi, my name is Alexander Cabello, and I'm going to be presenting my argument, my counter argument for against the article. Please stop asking if college is worth it by Derek Newton. My counter argument is that college is a waste of time and money. I do not agree with the article. I believe that to become successful, college degree is not necessary. The claim I'm making is that college is not necessary for a good job. It does not admit you into a job right after graduating, nor does it guarantee a good salary. A lot of people tend to think similar to Newton. Through college, though college may be a good experience, there's no guarantee of graduation. Many students have dropped out. It could either be because they can't pay the tuition, or if it's a big debt, or because they suddenly decide they can't go to college, or they don't want to go to college. An example is in the article, Is College Worth the Money or Will You Be in Debt Forever? By L. Griffin in Utah Business Volume 33, Issue 9, published by Utah Business Publishers LLC. There he speaks about how college is expensive. He describes ways in which people can have a good paying job without an education. One example is when he says, when he says, and I quote, he got a union job right after high school, earning $16.50 an hour plus time and a half. 14 years later, he's making close to six figures, working with his hands as a skilled carpenter, bricklayer, and welder. In that example, he explains how someone was able to make about six figures from his experience. He does provide a point there, but it may be considerably a long route. Another example is in that same article when it says, and I quote, Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg led the charge, leaving school to start Virgin Records, Microsoft, Apple, and Facebook. Their companies no longer require degrees of their entry level applicants, and even offer internships programs for teenagers. Quote, in that example, we are able to see the competence of people without a degree. It is a prime example of why someone doesn't need an education to be intelligent. It is a prime example. Another example is in the article, Is College Worth It? Higher Education, from The Economist, Volume 411, Issue 881, published by Economist Intelligence of Unit NA Incorporated. In the article, it says, a report by McKinsey, a consultancy, found that 42% of recent graduates are in jobs that require less than a 4-year college education. In this example, they show how someone may have a degree, but they end up working in a different job than what they usually signed up for. It may be because it's hard to find jobs in their field, and it ends up in many people having useless degrees. They can't put it to use. In conclusion, college is not necessary for a good paying job. It does not guarantee success. It can have useful degrees for people that may want to work in a high skill field. For example, nurses, doctors, dentists, engineers. Many people can become somebody without acquiring a degree. It may provide a good experience, but it doesn't promise a good salary. People should think deeply about whether or not that is worth it. Also, whether they want to study. Whether they want to study is crucially looking for degrees. The assumptions I keep in mind is that college is not worth the debt. It does not assure a job in the field. It is also a waste of time. People could be earning and saving so they can invest in something else rather than their degree, but they don't. The resources I used were too scholarly articles, which were, "Is college worth the money, or will you be in debt forever?" by L. Griffin, as we said earlier, and "Is college worth it?" Higher education, from The Economist, as said earlier. My argument is inductive because I am basing my claim off of patterns, the ones I notice when hearing about people's experiences with college and their debts. There has been cases where people found college to be worthless. It is what I'm trying to prove, which is generally thought about a phenomenon. It's a thought about phenomenon. A lot of people think college is useless in many ways. What I drew from both articles, the evidence provides logical reasoning, and to consider college, and it's also makes you think about whether you want to enter college. It makes you think twice about it. Areas of weakness in my argument, is that I can only use scholarships. Areas in my argument is that I can only use scholarly resources to back up my claim in order to provide further analysis on the subject. Then I would need outside resources.